Hi everyone, how are you? It's Laurie, and I am here to do your upcoming week. I started this reading and I messed up. So I wanted to backtrack and bring you this really awesome message that came out here, which is you have a beautiful week in front of you. There may be some sort of challenges or obstacles or molehills to deal with. However, if you can turn those things around and bring them down, put perspective on them, make them fun, minimize the negative impact it could have on you or other people. De-stress is what I'm hearing about it. Look at this as a fun thing to do, a puzzle to figure out, a competition within yourself or with your group, but you're all competing together to accomplish one common goal. Okay, so this could have to do with work. This could have to do with romance. It could have anything to do with anything. It could just be your week. Okay, so ride the wave, roll with the punches, pick yourself up, wash yourself off, get yourself out there. I am hearing by the end of the week, you're going to be having fun. All right, let's go ahead and take this day by day and see what your upcoming week is. So I am posting this message on Monday. I am actually doing it on Sunday. So from Monday through Sunday night, okay, is what the reading is basically. However, if you decide, you can make the first day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you want, okay? It does not have to be Monday. So take it as it resonates for you. I would take notes, is what I'm hearing. Have a little pad of paper, a little scratch pad, you know, those little things like that size. And just jot down some thoughts that come your way. And maybe mark down the day. I'm hearing there's going to be something of significance for you in this message. And you're going to want to go back and say, oh yeah, that's supposed to be the third day in or on Tuesday or whatever it is, okay? So be prepared to jot a note down or take a note on your phone, however you do it. All right, let's go ahead and lay out your week here. So we're going to do, like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday again. And my cards are nowhere near straight. Go figure. All right. And now they're going uphill. It's just the camera. I can't help it. It is just the camera. It's my cell phone. All right. Let's see what we have. And you know what? All those cards are upside down, so don't get upset if they're reversed. Let's see what Monday or the first day of this reading has in store for you. Oh, Queen of Cups. I have to point out, when I started the reading earlier, the Five of Swords came out in the reverse. So something that was challenging, stressful, you're going to overcome it this week. All right, Queen of Cups. She's got a lot of emotional depth here. Okay, and this is supposed to be Monday or the first day of your week, whatever you're looking at here. Anything that had been brought up recently, I'm hearing over the weekend, something that maybe made you emotional or felt challenging is about to die down. You're going to put the energy behind you. So you've crested the wave of whatever this emotional situation was, and now you're starting to feel more at peace, more back in your comfort zone. Yeah, this feels lighter. I'm hearing too that if there had been a difficult situation, you're feeling supportive again, like you're around your tribe, you're near your people, you can see who's there for you. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this. Let's go ahead and see what we have. Actually, I'm going to use the other deck to start. All right, let's see what we have here. Ten of Pentacles. So your noonday energy. Your early morning energy. 10 of Pentacles. family, community, your tribe. You feel good. You're around the right people. You know what's coming. There's stability here. You're definitely feeling more at home, more at peace. You're in your element again. And I do feel like there was something a little bit emotionally challenging over the weekend. It was a holiday weekend, so that makes sense. Maybe you were missing people that you don't have in your life. Maybe you're military and you're deeply honoring those who gave their life to give us the freedoms that so many people are giving away these days. If you don't understand your rights, you're giving up your rights. And I want to point something out. If you go to a store and there's a price on the shelf and you get up to the register and there's a different price on that product, you have every right to get the price that was marked. That's your legal right. That's not nice of somebody to fix it for you. That's your legal right. That company is obligated to give you that at that price. Also, if you overpay on a bill or give more money to something than what they were owed, they're obligated to give you that money back. They do have to refund you. That's not an option. That's not somebody being nice. That's the law, okay? And we have so many laws and so many rights here in the United States that are being given away because so many people do not even know what rights were earned by people who gave up their life in the military for fighting for those rights. They would be turning over in their grave to know that these rights are just being handed away. Sorry about the rant. I'll try not to do that again, but it needs to be said. If you do not understand what your rights are, you don't have any rights. All right? And that's how people get enslaved and trapped and so on and so forth. Deep breath, peacefulness, calm. All right. And there are plenty of places out there where you can go and learn what your rights are. You can watch the Institute for Justice if you want to just dabble your little toes into some of the laws that have been broken where the Institute for Justice has fought to get these rights for these people, but not just for that person, for the country. Okay. So, Institute for Justice, they are on YouTube. They've got their own website. Go check them out. And they do everything off of donations. And boy, do they fight for our rights, to maintain our rights, the rights that have been trampled on, that have been given up because people didn't understand that it was a right. Okay, just letting you know, there's ways to kind of learn these things. You could read your Constitution too. I think every citizen of the United States should be required to reread the Constitution maybe once every 5 years at the least. All right, especially with the way things change so quickly. All right, so your morning energy here on the first day. Beautiful. There may be something you don't know, and you know what? You're okay. You don't even care. It's like, I'm in my comfort zone. I feel peaceful. It was challenging over the weekend. Maybe you didn't resolve it. Maybe there was no answer to that situation. Whatever it is or was, you're just like letting it go. You're moving on. You're making peace with it. And you're okay with not having the answer there. Let's see what your afternoon energy is for the first day here. All right, anything going on in the midday hours? There we go. We have the Queen of Wands. So somebody may come to visit you, come to see you, and kind of inspire you, cheer you up. This is somebody you trust, somebody that you like, somebody that you actually admire. You feel like they always know how to handle whatever situation comes their way. That's not true. But they do have a good grasp on how not to overreact. And that makes you just feel like they're full of confidence. Now they are. They have a lot of confidence, but they still get shook by stuff just the way everybody else does. All right, so somebody may be coming to see you midday, inspiring. Somebody you trust. Definitely somebody you trust. Can you tell me more about what this is about? Is this work, personal? They want to come to you with an offer. All right, so if this happens to pertain to your career or job or money-making opportunities, somebody is coming in here with an offer for you pertaining to one of those things. Now, this is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a stable offer. It may not be huge, but it's on solid ground. So if they're saying, hey, do you want this? It's a good offer. They're not trying to pass something off on you that you wouldn't want. It is something that's going to take some time to grow. And you are going to have to be the one that tends to this thing, to make it grow, to see it grow. This person's like offering something to you. It feels very tangible too. All right, now I just got an image of a sewing machine, but I also got an image of somebody handing you some money and saying, you know what? I want to see you turn this $100 into $1,000. What can you do? All right. Somebody says, hey, I know you're interested in sewing and you don't have a nice sewing machine. Here's my Bernina or my Janome. All right. And I want to see you do the best you can with it. So they may be kind of making you think that they want something in exchange. That's not what they're saying. They're not saying, if you want this sewing machine, you have to do this. They're saying that they recognize your skills, your talents, your desire. They want to offer this to you, but it's something that's going to require you to do something with it. Now, you could take that $100 and go out and just blow it. But the whole point of them giving this gift to you is because they see something in you where if you grew that money, it would benefit you further and better in the long run. Once you spend money, it's spent. But if you take and invest that money into, say, an index or, something like that, and let it ride and don't worry about it, just let it be, okay? You could grow it. You could lose it all too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a financial advisor here. I'm saying that this person sees that you have a desire for something and they will give you a gift here that will benefit you, but you are going to be required to do something with it to make it grow. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have here for your evening hours. So it could be, you're offered a different position at work, and in order for that position to finally pay off for you, you're going to have to learn new skills. Okay, here it is. There it is again. The offer is still on the table at the end of the day. So you may be taking some time to look at it kind of closely, thinking it through. I don't get that you've made a decision by the end of the day. Okay, so that's still open. Excuse me. I don't know why my throat's like this all of a sudden. All right, let's move on to Tuesday or the second day of the week. 3 of Swords. I'm getting that you have negative thoughts about this. That maybe you had a dream, or your dream, it wasn't a nightmare. You didn't have a nightmare. Some of you may have had a dream that left you, when you woke up, you were like, oh, why do I feel so crappy? Why do I feel? And then the first thought you have is, oh, maybe it's that offer. I don't want that offer. No, I don't want to take this gift. There's too many strings attached. Or, you know what I'm saying? But it's not reality. It's just that fuzzy waking moment where you're uncertain. You feel like it's bad, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. We're going to clarify. All right. So let's see what we have here. This 3 of Swords feels just like a yucky feeling, not even a disappointment, just a yucky feeling. A feeling of like you got really excited and you're let down. But it's just the feelings. It's the emotions around this. Let's see what your early morning energy is here. You've got the 3 of Wands, contemplation about the future. Now you have double 3s here. 3 of Swords, but it's turned around into the Three of Wands. So again, I feel like this is the emotions, the queasiness, the nervousness, the not quite sure if that's what you want to do, maybe even a little fear here about the future if you were to take this offer, if you were to take this gift. Spirit's saying there's really nothing for you to fear here. You know what I'm getting is that some of you, this may be coming from somebody that you don't exactly trust. If this is work related, maybe you've seen this offer made to somebody else and it didn't turn out for that person. Please do not compare yourself to anyone else. Do not compare a situation or an offer that's for you to something that was offered to somebody else. You don't know all the ins and outs of that situation. All right, continuing morning energies here. Oh, look at that. 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. So you move forward with this. You can see how this would make you happy in the long run. What I'm getting here is there's a conversation that happens here. The night before, you went to bed with this on your mind. You woke up with this, I don't think so. But then you looked at the future here. And I feel like with that 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, that there was conversation back and forth, questioning, negotiations, whatever it is. You reached a goal. You accomplished something here, and it's successful. So I'm getting that you're coming to a successful conclusion here. This could be maybe somebody asked you to marry them back here, okay? Or said, hey, let's move in together. Let's buy a car together. Let's have a child. Whatever your situation is, let's go on a trip. Let's go on a vacation. Let's do whatever. And maybe you weren't too sure about it, okay? Because of that energy surrounding how it was given, who it was given by. All right, so that looks good. So the early morning hours, by 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you're good. You're solid. You've put this to rest. You've accomplished the goal of getting the answers, and now you're moving towards your future. You're in the here and the now, okay? So let's see what your midday energies are. But you definitely have an eye on the future now. You're okay with where things will go. All right. Where you think things will go. Midday energy here. Message for lovely Libras, cross watchers, and channel fans, or anyone who comes across this message. If it makes sense to them and they're hearing this message, let's clarify it a little bit more for them. Midday energies. I'm hearing this could continue all day and all night. Like you're floating on cloud 9. You feel good. Anything that you were like overthinking, worried about, it's over. It's done with the 8 of Swords in reverse. You got new thoughts. You're ready to take the magic wand and just move forward with something here. Yeah, nothing's going to hold you back here. Let's go ahead and see what we have for the evening hours. You've thought about it, you did all the thinking you can do, now you're ready to move on. You see the opportunities here. No more confusion. No confusion. This is about what you can do. You're free, okay? You see the opportunities. You realize there's going to be a few challenges to whatever this is, because that's life. But you see that things can be very neutral, very beneficial for you, beneficial for others. Look at this celebration by the end of the day. So you may be toasting to this over cocktails, over dinner, at the end of the day at the office, the ringing of the bell. This is congratulations, okay? So maybe you accept that marriage proposal and now you're telling your family and friends. Maybe you decide to go on that trip. I'm not getting a lot of travel here, but there are a couple of you who are maybe going to go on a vacation or a road trip or just go somewhere, do something a little bit different than what you're usually used to doing. It's going to turn out beautiful. So this day, even though you wake up with that yuck feeling, everything turns around pretty quick. All right, let's see what Wednesday has in store for you, or the third day of the week. King of Swords. There's a lot of research, information gathering, conversations, thought, reflection. I'm also getting here meditation for some reason. Consulting your higher power, trusting your intuition. But this is balancing it. It's the balancing the heart and the head, the gut and the tactile things that are in front of you. All right, let's see what we have next. Let's clarify this for you. It looks like it could be a busy morning, but busy in the sense that you're doing a lot of reading, you're doing a lot of researching, phone conversations possibly, but you're not like actively running around. Six of Cups. Contacting people. You're getting in touch with people that you know. I have to show you this card's in. These 2 cards are in your 3 cards. We are going to put these right here and look at those in a little while. You're contacting family, friends. You're consulting them, asking them what they did for fun. If you're thinking about going away, where is a good place to have a wedding? See, this feels like a lot of research to plan an event. Now, if this is work related, this could be you finished one project, you finished it, you're over and done with it. Now you're moving on to the next one and you're gathering the resources. I'm getting here too, though, that there could be a good friend that you have, or somebody that you knew years ago that you know is really good at something. And you're probably going to reach out to them to see if they would be interested in either participating. Like, do you want to be my best man? Do you want to be my bridesmaid? Do you want to work on this project with us? You've got the talent, the skills, you've got that insight. Hey, you had a beautiful wedding. How did you plan it? Do you want to be my wedding planner? Or if you're going on vacation, maybe you've got a friend who's a travel agent. I feel like there's somebody around you with a talent or skill. You may not have seen them in a while, but you are going to be reaching out to them. They could be reaching out to you because that's your skill. Okay? But I feel like this is your goal, your achievement, your event that's upcoming. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify the midday energies here. We've got the Hierophant and the Hanged Man. All right, now the Hierophant represents marriages, traditional things that we do. And the Hanged Man is about sacrificing. So I'm hearing conversations about saving money. Maybe I just heard time off, and I don't know how that would be sacrificing. I think maybe the boss might be sacrificing something here to allow you some sort of, I'm getting freedom. I'm hearing freedom. Now, the other message coming through here, take that if that resonates with you, okay? But it feels more like that was like a one-off for some of you. The rest of you, this feels like doing things according to plan. Planning, hanging around, hanging out, chilling out, getting together, and really just like confirming how to do something here. Seeing things possibly from a different perspective. There could be an element of sacrificing here. And again, I'm getting, if you're planning an event, a wedding, a vacation, you may be trying to figure out where you can save some money, where you can take the time off, how you can have the children taken care of. It's going to be different for each of you, but there's that element of something has to be given up in order to get this to work. I don't know how that plays out for you. You can let me know in the comments. All right, the end of the day. Oh, that's too many. Thank you. All right, let's see how this day ends. What an unusual, cool message. All right, let's see what's going on here to close. Oh, you know what Spirit's telling me? See what's going on here. We've got Temperance, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. All right. I'm hearing you need an exit strategy. How to keep things in balance as you take off, as you gather this information. There's going to be challenges here. There are going to be challenges. Somebody may challenge you, a child, an immature person, a jealous energy here. So before you announce what you're doing to the general public, to your boss, to your coworkers, to your friends, to your extended family, make sure you have an exit strategy. And what do I mean by that? What you're going to do that's already in place so that people who are going to give their opinions do not affect you and make you change your mind. Okay? If you know that as soon as you start to tell somebody, they're going to turn it around and be super jealous, super envious, condescending, or whoa, you know how to get out of that situation. You have an exit strategy. You tell somebody before you even go say something to this person, hey, call me at exactly 5 minutes after I get there. You know what I'm saying? You've got an exit strategy. All right, let's close this day out. Look at that. The Seven of Swords again, but this time it came out in the reverse. Okay, so if you have that exit strategy, nothing has to be sacrificed. That's what I'm hearing. Moving on to Thursday. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Something beautiful is coming your way because you knew how to handle whatever that was. You handled it the right way. You maybe sacrificed a little bit of ego here in order to keep somebody else from going over the top. Yeah, okay. Something very good, beneficial, lucky, good karma, destiny, fate is coming in here for you in a very positive, good way. I love that. All right, let's take a look at clarifying that morning energy here. I'm also hearing you're waking up feeling differently. You wake up and you feel different than you did when you went to bed. So maybe you were worried about how this person was going to react, respond after you did what you did or said what you said. And you kind of were tossing and turning on that overnight, but you wake up feeling completely at ease, moving in, you feel like you're moving in the right direction. You feel free. You feel lighter. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this. What's the morning energy around this message? We've got the, oh my God! Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Something beautiful is coming your way. And I'm telling you, I am hearing it as clear as day. It is good karma. It is because of how you handled that. It also pertains to this offer back here. Life is going to be changing. And you know what I'm hearing? You're going to be like from one thing right into the next. Things are going to start moving very, very quickly. Things are speeding up for you. There could be a child on the way. Maybe you finally agreed, yes, let's have children, and boom, within 2 days, ta-da! Some people can be that lucky. This could also be about a creative process. I'm getting something about starting a farm, but not necessarily a food growing farm. I'm seeing a lot of animals here. Could this be, oh, maybe Christine, maybe this is for you if you're still watching, a rescue. a place to rehabilitate animals. I don't know what was proposed over here, but I feel like it's definitely in relationship to this offer that was made. You are accepting this offer. You're seeing the benefits of this offer. You're gathering information, possibly resources, reconnecting with people. Oh, you know what I'm getting? Is if there was somebody from your past that you reached out to include them in whatever, somebody else around you may be not so happy about that. But they get over it. You get over it. They get over it. Okay? Man, double Wheel of Fortune to start the day. That is absolutely incredible. I don't know if that's ever really happened. Have you ever had a double Wheel of Fortune? I mean, right away. Right away. I definitely have done readings for Libras where the Wheel of Fortune shows up here and then maybe a couple of cards later. But this is like right on top of this. This is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Cool. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Should we move into... Nope, we're going to stay right in the morning hours here. I'm hearing from morning to mid-morning. What have we got? 4 of Wands. You're accomplishing another goal here. You haven't quite gotten there yet, but you're heading in the right direction. A new day is dawning. Something is coming. Something is coming to you. It's achievement. It is happiness. It's celebration. It's accomplishment. I keep hearing this. There's some sort of stability here too. Like shelter stability. A place to call home. A place to feel at home. This could be a new house. A new apartment. A new department if it's work related. A new office. A nursery. Now, I'm also getting that whatever was proposed over here and you're doing the research for, this could be you accomplishing that goal. Securing the place, securing the job, whatever it is. Midday energies, look at that, 10 of Pentacles. Long term, look at this. All 3 of those cards have been repeats. The 4 of Wands is over here and the 10 of Pentacles is your first card out, clarifying here. This is definitely about having the right resources, money, time, energy, people, whatever it is, you have it all. Your community, your tribe, where you feel at home. I just heard exotic destination. Exotic destination. But I also heard homeland. Homeland. Why is that not clicking in my brain? Oh, like your birthplace. Like maybe you were born in New York and you live in Florida, like me. Or maybe you were born in Europe and you're in America. There's something about possibly going to your homeland. This may be what... Oh, you may want to go back to your homeland to have a wedding so that your family can all be there. This could be a new location too. Relocation for work, travel, but definitely something good is being created here. New day dawning, and you have all the stability, resources, people, community, tribe, whatever you want to call it, is there with you. There is going to be something left behind here, but I feel like it's stress. Okay, a decision is made. So you've made a choice here. You definitely make a choice midday on something. Can you clarify this 8 of Cups here for us, please, Spirit? What more can you tell us about this midday hour here? What might be being left behind? And I'm also hearing, like most of you, it's not leaving something behind. It's heading into something unknown. All right. Is there something being left behind, or is this heading towards something? This is heading towards. See this? Yeah. You've got the Ace of Wands and now the Five of Swords. So this is something that you want. Somebody may call you selfish here. Somebody may say you're being selfish because they won't be able to participate. They aren't a part of this. But this is definitely you saying, this is what I want. This is where we're going. This is what we should do. I should do. There could be a little bit of a disagreement here, but I feel like you're going to win. So if you tell your spouse that you would like to go to your homeland to be married, they may be fine with that, but there might be like their parent saying, nope, I'm not happy with that. But then if you say, well, you can come, you can attend, or maybe we can have a double wedding here. Or this could be you relocating for your job too. Keep that in mind. And somebody's like, no, I don't want to be left behind. No, I don't want you moving away. A friend, a family member. All right. So this actually turns out okay. Look at that. They're going to be nightmares, but this is going to work out. You've got Nine of Swords, concerns, obviously, but there's protection all around you, too. And that you've got the Empress energy, that creativity, birthing something new. Six of Cups, something that you know, and you have a lot of support around you. Seven of Pentacles again, Knight of Pentacles. It's for your good. It's slow. Nine of Cups next. Wow. All right, let's move on, see what Friday has in store for you. The Strength card, and that's funny because that was on the bottom of one of the decks at one time or another. I think it was right here. Let's see. Yep, see there? It's on the bottom of this deck. Strength. So your character, your courage, your bravery, trust. I'm getting an energy of a lot of confidence, of feeling good, of feeling okay, trusting that if something hasn't gone quite right, that it will still work out for the best for everyone. I'm asking, is this a challenge? Like, is this a conflict? And I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is you feeling confident. You feeling courageous, you feeling brave, checking out new things. You've got loyal people by your side. You've got support, you've got strength. So there's a lot of good here. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this. Early morning or early day, all right, morning hours here. What have we got? The Page of Wands, focus. A very clear focus. Around a desire. So you're focused on a desire, creating something, finding out more about something that you desire. What will it take to have a wedding in Scotland? What will it take if I relocate to another country for work, or another city, or even another town? What will it take? So there's this focus on solving a situation here. And it doesn't feel like a conflict. This just feels like a desire. Something that you desire. You want to focus on it. Get the answers you're seeking. Look at that. The Emperor here. Clarification from your boss. Can I have this time off in a year so that I can have my wedding in Scotland? You're consulting. You're definitely asking and consulting with somebody of authority, somebody who's going to be able to say, okay, you could be talking to a priest, you could be talking to a travel agent, you could be talking to customs, you know what I'm talking about, like crossing borders, what do I need, passport, all kinds of things here, but you're clarifying, and there's somebody's confirmation. And it is, what time is it? It is not my normal time. It is 5:42 p.m., okay, on Sunday. And that phone has not gone off since this morning. But you are consulting. You're focused on getting approval, clarification, or something else around this situation. All right, there's somebody with authority or information that you need. And you're focused on finding that out. Let's see what the midday hours bring. What are your midday hours bringing to you on this Friday? And I am getting like a sense of freedom here, getting what you need. Six of Swords. See, you're moving on. Life is easier. Smooth sailing, cruising, traveling. You've got the answers you need. Okay, and you're trusting the information that you have here. It brings a sense of peace, of calm, of courage, of bravery. All right, let's close Friday out. Let's see how this day is going to end for you. I heard Nina. I heard Nina, Neil, Novena. We've got the 10 of Cups showing and the 7 of Cups. So you're happy about some sort of decision. All right, let's see. An opportunity. Let's see what comes out. Let's close out Friday here, please, Spirit. All right, we're closing it out. The day is done. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You're moving on from whatever you were focused on here. You're putting it to rest. Let's see. 7 of Wands. All right, so you know there's a limitation here, and you're okay with it. You're not worried about it. You're not crossing. You're not pushing. You're not forcing. You're not even feeling defensive here. This is good. You're putting this to bed. Saturday morning or the 6th day of the week. Oh, you wake up to a storm. And when I say a storm, I'm talking like a rainstorm, thunderstorm. Oh, interesting. Now, I'm hearing brainstorm. Like my brain's on fire. I've got so many thoughts. I've got so many ideas. So you're either going to wake up with a ton of ideas and like don't know quite what to do with it, or you're going to wake up to like because of a thunderstorm or heavy rains. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this. It's going to feel magical though, okay? Oh, look at how fresh and energetic things are with the Fool card and the 6 of Pentacles behind that. That was cool. All right, so don't worry about this tower. This tower is not a negative thing here. All right, let's clarify this. Oh, I already used that one. Let's get the right deck here. All right, let's clarify this tower. What is the morning energy here, please, Spirit? Now, I am hearing that some of you are going to wake up concerned that this is like a really bad weather event. I think that's just because you were asleep, okay? And you hear the heavy rains or maybe the winds. Maybe the wind knocks something over outside. But it doesn't feel like, yeah, see, it feels like the day of judgment. But everything's solid. Everything's rock solid. You've got the Judgment card and then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. There's divine protection here too. Oh. All right, interesting. When I said you were full of ideas, brain fever, like your brain's on fire. You've got so many thoughts and ideas. One of them is really going to pop out and it's being divinely delivered to you. Okay, I don't even know how else to put it to you. It's going to hit like lightning out of nowhere. Like you could have gone to bed, 7 of Wands here, like wondering, but putting something to rest, but then overnight, you're kind of like, your brain is mulling it over, thinking of different things. What are the limitations? How far can I take this? Where can we go? And you just literally wake up. And as you wake up, the understanding comes to you. You may even hear, okay, I'm hearing some of you are going to wake up to a phone ringing, the doorbell ringing. It's going to be something unusual, not your typical wake-up call. So if you don't usually set an alarm clock because you don't work anymore, it could be an alarm clock going off. It's going to be something unusual for you. It's going to be attention grabbing, and it's going to be like an aha moment that literally you can see how big this is. Okay, so that's beautiful. That morning energy, beautiful. And some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is my life purpose. This is my calling. This is exactly what I should be doing. This, and it could come back to an offer that was made to you. If you were proposed to, you're finally seeing something here. There's absolute clarity there. And how this fits beautifully for you. How it brings you a stable future. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for the midday hours. All right. Clarification of the midday hours. The Hierophant, another repeat card. Look at how he's all lit up here too. It's like, this is the right thing. This is the way to do this. This is the way to elevate. Okay. I've got clarity. I've got understanding. I'm connected to my intuition and my higher power. This is all you. This is you. That connection is there. You may be facing a decision, but you bring it into balance very, very quickly here. Anything else for the midday hours, please, to clarify this? Like, I'm getting eyes wide open. Okay, I get it. I see it. This is big. This is important. This is beautiful. It'll be stable. I actually just heard a message of somebody who might be a computer programmer or app developer or software developer. You all of a sudden, you get it. You see how you can bring it all together and make it all work. It's like a flow chart. You started here and then you diverged and you weren't sure where to go with either one of those two things. And that kind of put a stop. Then all of a sudden, oh, I've got it. I know how to balance those two things out. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and clarify. Well, let's move into the evening hours. How does this day end? Saturday. How does this day end? Or the 6th day of the week for you, whatever day it is. 2 of Wands. There's the decision with the 8 of Swords. No, 10 of Swords. I'm sorry. You know what I'm hearing with that 10 of Swords? With this decision, it's your decision. You make the decision, and that's it. There is no other input here. You've gotten your clarification. You're laying something to rest. 10s are about tying things up. There is no more conversation around this, is what I'm hearing. There's a new day dawning. Look how the sun is setting here on the 10 of Swords. Okay? There's nothing more to be said, but you know you're going to go to bed. You're going to wake up. And you're going to face this decision with clarity and understanding. It's almost like a repeat of this day. So we could have a repeat energy here for Sunday. Let's see what we do get. The 2 of Swords. Another repeat card. Uncertainty. Not quite clear on what... You know what I'm getting? You are clear. You're absolutely clear on this, but you just don't have all the information. You have it. You don't know how to divulge it. That pertains to this decision that you're making. You're not going to have any more conversations about it. You may not know what words to use, what more to say. You're going to, let's clarify this. Let's see what else is coming up. Oh my gosh, look what's on the bottom of this deck right here. I told you that was the repeat energy, the cycle. The cycle, repeating energy there. Seven of Wands again. The Magician, which I just showed you, is on the bottom of that deck. Everything's going to work out, though. Okay, you've got the Eight of Pentacles there. All right, let's clarify this Two of Swords. What is going on here, Spirit? I got to find a little deck. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Mid-morning energies here, please, Spirit. Mid-morning, huh? Not even early morning, mid-morning. The Ace of Wands, clarity, understanding, focus. Again, focus. This is spiritual connection, intuition, peacefulness. There's an element of networking here. Like, I don't have the information. I don't know how to depart this. I will meditate on this. Possibly speaking to somebody else who may be able to give you a clearer picture of how to handle whatever's going on. I'm getting a strong message of you're leaving somebody behind, or they're not included in, and they're asking you to not do what you're doing. They may be telling you not to do this. Or that they want to be a part of this, but there's just, you don't have the answer for them. You don't have the answer right away for them. I mean, you know that you cannot answer their questions, okay? All right, let's see, clarify more here for the early morning hours. Those were mid-morning. The morning hours here. What more can you tell us about that, please, Spirit? The Emperor and the Devil. Okay, so, yeah, I am getting that somebody's pulling your strings, your heartstrings here. It could be the boss. It could be a spouse, a peer, a colleague, a friend. And they're pulling, like they're throwing their weight around. They are throwing their weight around. They're trying to manipulate you emotionally. And you're not having anything to do with it because your mind's made up. You're clear. You get it. You see it. You know what they're doing. You're not going to be tied up with this. I mean, that's not to say you don't care about what they think or feel, but you're not investing in their drama. No. You're going to sit back and just, yeah. You know your answer. You know where you're going. Oh my gosh, that was the Hierophant I just saw, but there were like 6 cards there. All right, let's clarify the mid-afternoon energies here, please, Spirit. Look at this. The King of Wands, the Emperor. You're the one taking the lead here, though. You're leading by example. You're showing your strength by standing still, by not reacting, by not letting them goad you into drama here. Now, no. I'm getting some, like, good karma's coming your way because of this. I tried to see what that card was, and Spirit was like, nope, you don't need to see. It doesn't matter. I never got to see what that card was. All right, let's go ahead and close out this message. Wow, this has been a long week, but it's a good one. There's a lot going on here. You know how it is, you know, where something was a little bit emotional and now things pick up. I told you, your life is really going to speed up here. So make sure you're having some fun. Make sure you're looking at things as exciting and positive challenges, you know, goals to achieve together, events to plan, travel plans to make together, whatever it is, you know, take it from a lighthearted energy here, even through the difficult times. Look at that. The Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Wands. You'll be on the same page with somebody. All right. There's a lot of emotional energy here. A lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of... With this King and Queen of Wands here, That's your energy. You're okay. You know what I'm saying? You're loved. People see you. They think you're fantastic. So even if this was somebody who's challenging you, it's coming from a place of they want you there. Okay? It's not them wanting to hurt you. And yes, they are pulling at your heartstrings, but it's because they love you too. All right, let's close this out. Anything else for this reading here, Spirit? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Nothing else. Look at that. Success is on the bottom of the deck, though. 6 of Wands, victory, success, accomplishment, being recognized, being elevated in somebody's eyes, being center stage. Okay, this is a big deal, whatever you're going through here. I do love this. All right, let's see what your angel number is. I almost knocked my whole bin of cards onto the floor just now. That would not have been good because it's between a table and a window and a bookcase. Let's see what we have here. Angel number, oracle message. I will be rolling the dice to finish this, the letter dice. And I will be getting you another oracle message here. I'm not quite sure what yet. Yes, I will get you one yes or no answer. 0505, an unexpected shift. And it comes in this form of the Tower. It is divine intervention. Sudden challenges, okay? And this is where you're feeling that energy. All right, so there is a lot of love here. Pleasant surprises are coming to you too. Trust your gut feelings, your intuition. You know you're connected. You're getting the right energy. And this says, this number is serving as a gentle nudge to keep going after whatever it is you're doing. It's possible that something could rock your boat. Yep. But you're going to end up exactly where you're supposed to, okay? In somebody's arms, at your dream job, traveling, or whatever else it is. Beautiful energy there. You'll end up exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, let's go ahead. Get you your yes or no answer. Today it's only one. So one yes or no answer, and there it is. It is a yes answer, and it says you have full control of the situation. Didn't you guys just get this card? Easy, tiny adjustments will bring you a light and happy feeling of freedom, warm emotions, and ennoblement of your life. The strength card there. Expect exciting events and new, alluring horizons. Beautiful. All right, I don't even know where to put this. We're going to put it right there. All right, we're going to get you one more oracle message here. And it is... Oh, I thought it was going to be a sacred forest, but this is what Spirit asked me to give you. All right, you've got concealment. The mask is coming off now. You may have to, you don't have to, but you may choose to hide your emotions here about something. You may choose to keep something back. First of all, don't go and share this until you've got that exit strategy. It goes back to that. But here too, you don't have the answers, so you're not going to pretend to have the answers. Okay? Hold your ground. 7 of Wands here. Let it rest. Give it time. You'll work things out. See? Get grounded. All right. Let me see what we have here. Nope. We're going to do the letter dice. Lily, Lamar, Sally, Samuel, Tessa, Teresa, Quill, Melanie, Gemma, Gary, Marcel, Zima, Suzanne, Ray, Riley, but I'm seeing that as like Rayleigh, Talia, Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae? Isn't that from like the Waltons? Okay. Paula, Pamela, Yori, Young, Lonnie, Howland, Ruth, Luther, Lohan. Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Sheila, Ozzy, Lozano, Larissa, Vera, Versailles. That might be a place somebody's been wanting to go for a honeymoon. New Hampshire, New York, Ohio, Onondaga, Oleander, Olivia, Oliver, Poland, Paisley, Anissa, Sean, Ned, Mackenzie. I'm getting MKS as initials. M, K with a big S in the middle, like a monogram. Excuse me, Mimi. Salerno, Letitia, May. Okay. One of my family names keeps coming up. If you're related to a Yeomans, let me know. Howard, Wayne, Willie, Nicole, Morris, Maurice, Maureen, Renee, Nora. Okay, I don't know what NORQU, and then it just stops. Narku, I don't know. Or Narca. I don't know. That's what I've got. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this. I just heard Clara, Cop, Koppel, Claxton, Carol, Darcy, Delia, and that's what I've got. All right, you guys know what to do. Tickle, tap, booper, zap that like button for me, please. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and watch one of these 2 videos. Love you to pieces, and I'll catch you next week to see where this goes.